Nick Williams here, and I am going to introduce you to my city because I am trying to recruit several agents, and I believe that it would be ideal for an agent to relocate here because this is one of the most beautiful cities in America. So I'm going to show you around a little bit. Right to start with, we are on a stage where they have outdoor concerts, so you can see the terraced seating behind me. This is the Peace Center right here, which you might see the major plays that are out. I've seen several there over the years. They have another theater there. There's outdoor dining here. I'm going to turn the camera around because this is worth catching. This is a picture right here in the background of the Reedy River that runs right through the center of the town. And I'm going to show you waterfalls on the other end of it, on the other side, viewing from the other side. But you also see, and there's a little rugrat. Come here, little girl. But so the you'll see these hotels and condos here lined up along the river. There's a lot of rooftop bars. It's amazing what they've done in this town, and it's all kinds of stuff that is really cool. Like you can see over here, there's
Okay, I'm interrupting that video because I have found a professional video. So instead of me showing you all the work that I've done walking all over Greenville with my daughter, and we had a blast, but we didn't capture the true essence of Greenville as I would have liked to have done it because it was getting hot out, and we had lots of fun, but it was getting sweaty, and quite honestly, I was getting tired out there. But so here's a video that is professionally done, which does the job that I wanted to do and probably a little bit better. I've got some background music here going. Actually, it's the video music. I had to put it on my speakers because I had to make it loud. So I had my other speakers, shall I say. I got some Bose plugins. It's not, the blasting Bose, but nonetheless, it will enable you to hear the music as I'm hearing it from the video. So this first shot it's the walking bridge. It's a suspension bridge. They tore out a road here and put in a walking bridge. And this is a focal point of the park in Greenville. And it's right in the dead center in the middle of the city. And it's this beautiful, beautiful park. And again, the suspension bridge and the waterfalls are a focal point of that park. There we go. There we go. There's the waterfalls. Oh, what's that? Dreamtown, USA, Wall Street Journal. Dreamtown, USA. I've never heard of it referred to as Dreamtown, USA, but I guess it works. There's another angle on the Reedy River that I showed you from where I was standing before. Up here, as you can see, this is that Peace Center I was referring to before. So I'm standing on the other side of this building. And yet another angle. You can see these hotels lining the river there, as I showed you before, from the other angle. Now, what you don't see is on top of these hotels, some of them, there's dining and bars up there. All the bars have to serve food. What's this? CBS This Morning. Top 6 spots for travel in the world. Top 6 in the whole world. Oh, boy. Okay, this guy's fly fishing here. You could be fly fishing in 45 minutes from Greenville. Probably quicker than that. And you're right in the middle of these beautiful settings. I've not fly fished. My son and I did some trout fishing, and we never did learn to master that art of trout fishing. And it can be difficult for those of you that have done it. But my son, when we started, because we're out in the water and in nature, he's like, this is the funnest thing in the world. And by about the 10th or 20th time, I don't know how many times we went, he was not so thrilled because, again, we just weren't catching the fish. And trout are hard to catch in these rivers. 10 places you absolutely have to visit. MSN Travel. MSN, Microsoft News. What's that? MSN. There's mountains there. It might be we have the Blue Ridge Mountains, Smoky Mountains are up the road. Lots of music here in Greenville. I wouldn't say it's top tier music. Like I lived in San Francisco, and I remember going out to the Keystone Berkeley, and there was Jerry Garcia playing, and so I did the Deadhead thing for a night. You won't see big names like that in Greenville. Now we do have the well, they call it, where the biggest names in the world come to. But I'm just saying the local music scene. It's a lot of music, not big name music, but it's good music. And pretty girls. See, lots of pretty girls. Now, this is the Swamp Rabbit Trail, and I often go on this, and it's about a 40-mile, I don't know exactly how many, but about a 40-mile trail, and it goes right through the heart of the city. There's other locations on the trail where they have cafes. There's the Swamp Rabbit Cafe, and then there's at different points they have different, again, cafes or whatever. The Swamp Rabbit is a focal point for the city. Again, it's a lot of biking there. You have all kinds of activities centered around the Swamp Rabbit. So it's a very important deal for Greenville. Who's that? USA Today, number 3 best urban trail. Okay, it's the 3rd best urban trail, I guess, in America, according to USA Today. And it very well may be. Second best town ever, Outside Magazine. Okay, second best town ever. We're second best. We're second best. I always find that weird, people doing yoga in the park. I mean, I wouldn't do it. There's one guy doing it. Look at him right there. He's brave. He's out there with the girls. He doesn't look like he's got nearly the pose. Look at all the girls. Look at their posture right there, the pose that they have. And look at this guy. He's not doing anything. Come on, man, get with it. Now, another thing is, as you can see, an outdoor cafe there. They got a bunch of them, as I said before. The Greenville is a bicycle town. They have a big race here, and it's in the city, and it's really pretty cool to watch because you're right up on them, and they are flying. And when the Peloton, I'll call it, when the Peloton comes by, you can feel the breeze. I mean, they literally create a breeze when they come by, and it's really something to see up close. But again, it's a bicycle town. We have George Hincapie lives here, and if you are a fan at all, George Hincapie is one of the Lance Armstrong's teammates. He's one of the ones that was doping but didn't lose his reputation because of it. If any of them didn't lose their reputation, I don't know. I know old Lance did. Okay, the South's tastiest town, Southern Living. This is Passarelli Bistro, and I had lunch here the other day. I had Nessuisse. I could not pronounce. Maybe if I knew how French was, pronounced, I could have read it off the menu. But I believe it was Nessuisse, and it was a salad with salmon on it, and I believe it's supposed to have not salmon, but another fish. They use salmon. Shoeless Joe Jackson Plaza. And Shoeless Joe Jackson is one of the I forget, was that the White Sox or something where they got blamed for fixing a World Series way back when. And there's always in Greenville, it's always like, a call to put Joe Jackson in the Hall of Fame. But anyhow. Hold on a second. Hippest little city in South Carolina. Hippest little city in South Carolina. Garden and Gun. Garden and Gun. I never heard of Garden and Gun. That seems an odd combination or odd name for a magazine. Garden and Gun. The hippest little... Now, okay, first of all, Greenville is a big city in South Carolina. So... there's like three main cities. It's Charleston, which is the low country, and it's wonderful down there. There's Columbia, which is in the center of the state, and there's the upstate, which is primarily Greenville, South Carolina. But again, it's not a little city. Yes, we have food trucks. Top 12 most affordable cities, Forbes magazine. No, I would not say this is top 12 most affordable city. Maybe that was written a few years back, but it's not now. I assure you of that. And they got a zoo. There's one orangutan, one monkey, and one alligator, I think, or something like that. Oh, and a giraffe. Actually, they've got a few animals there. It's nice for the kids. Okay, Fluor Field. This is a gem as well. It's a baseball stadium on Main Street. So you don't see this very often. A baseball stadium on Main Street. Now I'm from Baltimore. We have a ballpark downtown. It's not on Main Street. Not that Main Street is, I guess, Baltimore's not a Main Street town, but in a town of this side, and it's the Boston Red Sox single A or double A team, whichever, it doesn't matter. And it's just this beautiful park, and it's like a sunken park. So you can't really see it until you walk right up on it, and bam, there's a baseball stadium. And it's just fantastic. It really is. Now this is interesting. Okay, they have the suites here. I was associated with a company, and we used to have this condo right here, where my cursor's at. And we would have big parties there. It was basically for entertaining. So we would do entertaining here, but we also had the suite over here. So we would have these parties, and they would be taking place at both locations simultaneously. The party would be, and it was great for entertaining. And we were doing real estate investment money, stuff like that. So just great. So we have both locations, and what more can you ask for in a little town? We were big shots in a little town. I'm starting to get bored. Hope we're getting near the end here. Oh, TripAdvisor, top 10 park in America. Okay, top 10 park in America. There's like Yellowstone and a few others, and then Greenville. Top 10 park in America. Okay. And that's TripAdvisor. So if they say it, it must be true. Who's that? Parade. Top 10 America's best downtowns. I'll buy that. Best small city downtowns. Might be the best. Small city downtown. That's a place called Sips up there, right here. Got the cursor on, and it's all the restaurants serve food, but Sips is primarily, it's a wine bar, kind of, sort of. So you sit up top there and you try to look hip. Try to look hipper than the people at the table next to you. I mean, but look at that. That's Main Street. I mean, and it's happening. I mean, it's just busy all the time, but it's just beautiful. It really is. You can dance there too. Nosedive. Great restaurant. It's not a big fan of the name. I mean, it's just not attractive. Nosedive. What's that? Top 10 America's greatest main streets. Nah, I'll buy that. Travel and leisure. Now, if Garden and Gun said that, I don't know. There's just a ton of restaurants here. Steakhouses. We got a couple Ruth's Chris. We've got 3 or 4 other great steakhouses. I'm a big steak eater. Just white tablecloth dining experiences. Just a wonderful restaurant town. It used to be not too long ago where you could pretty much get around and know every restaurant. Now there's too many restaurants to keep up with. Okay, I think we're wrapping it up here. Let's see, 52 places to go in the world in 2017. Okay, this is a few years old, and this is the New York Times, so it's no fake news. That's a true story, or it's a fact. That's it. So, there we go. You're wherever you are in America. If you're not prosperous, if you're not killing it, come to Greenville. Work with me. And I tell you what, when you relocate, you will do a lot better than where you are because you have to. And that's it. It always works out that way. When people relocate for business, they just kill it. Until they get lazy again and get in their bad habits again and get to know people and screw it all up. But I will make sure that you start out strong for sure. And I'm going to leave it at that. Talk to you soon.